Hello OAS family, it is time for another book review, and today we are reviewing The Way to Paint Horses by Chen Yong-chiang. So before we get into the meat of the book, the general statistics, the book is 11 3/4 inches tall by approximately 8 1/4 inches wide. It has about 77 pages and has text in both Chinese and English. So like the title implies, this book is a book that has some instruction and some inspirational final compositions, all related to Chinese horse painting. So we're going to get right into it. We have the table of contents here, and then we get right into a couple pages showing the horse head. So we have this sort of like build-up of sequential stroke work on showing these various stages of the development of the horse head. You can see that the artist in the book has a very distinct style, very spontaneous, very spirited. And we have descriptions here in the lower left-hand corner, just to give you an idea of what these descriptions are like. On this first page, it says, to paint a horse begins with the head. To paint a horse head begins with the knowledge of the bone structure. So the horse has a bony face with lines full of strength and determination. The indomitable spirit of the horse is half captured as soon as the delineation is fully expressive of its unique quality. So that is a bit of an idea of the writing that you will get in this page in the book. So we're going to continue on with different styles of horse heads, different sketches as you were, and then we get here into our first sort of sequential build-ups of this horse head in different positions. So we have a four-stage build-up here, so you can see very specifically the stroke work. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see that. And then you can see it's built up 4 stages on this initial example, and then 3 stages in these subsequent examples. So really nice bit of instruction here. So over as we continue on, we have some more sequential stroke workups. So you can see different styles here that employ different ratios of line work to shading. So the top is more line work dominant, and then we have this thing, this middle style that is more blended, and then this last style, which is sort of a more boneless style that is much less dependent on line work and more focusing on the shape strokes. Again, some other sketches here of horse heads in different positions on this subsequent page. Now we get into some groups of horses, and now we're showing some ideas of how the whole body of the horse is rendered. Particularly nice sequential stroke buildup here, showing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stroke or 7 stage workup of groups of strokes. Really nice instructional piece on this back facing galloping horse. Here's a section that's focusing on the head and the mane page. And then on the right-hand side here, we're showing renderings of the full horse shown from the back side and the front side. So here is a series of back view sketches that are focusing on the details of the hooves. And then this is a very classic Chinese horse pose. So you can see a lot of famous paintings and a lot of people attempting to copy those famous paintings have this particular pose of this sort of horse galloping diagonally forward. And then here's another sequential stroke workup in 5 stages of this spontaneous style horse in this classic position. And then again here you have one style that is more focused on shapes first, and then filling in with some details, some finishing line work to sort of give a little structure to the shape. And then you have this other style which is more focused on defining the line work at the beginning. Another couple sequential workups here. Of this sort of trotting horse or frolicking horse. A really nice 3-stage workup here showing this artist's lovely spontaneous style. And then here we have the horse running in profile on the right hand side. A couple fully composed examples, with one with darker shading on the left hand side and then another with a little bit lighter shading values on the right hand side. Couple fully composed examples of a prancing horse on the left hand side here. And then we have these 2 horses here under this caption called Mood and Form. And the write-up is, to paint in spontaneous style is not only the form, that is what the brushwork aims at, but it's also the implied mood. The form comes from the organization of the brushwork and the mood goes beyond the form. So some more sketches here of horses in different poses. And both of these pages showing the variety that is possible within this single subject. We have artists that focus, Chinese artists, very, very famous Chinese artists that focus on horse painting as their sole subject. Their entire lives, all they do is paint horses. My grandfather was this type of artist. And also the horse is a family tradition in our family that horse painting dates back 500 years of family tradition. So it is one of our treasured family traditions for the Ye family. So a couple more now. We're getting back into these sequential stroke workups, and then we have a sketch here of this sort of from the back view of this galloping horse, and then we have a 4-stage stroke buildup of the same pose. And then 2 different poses here with different shading styles. We have this section here, this page that's focused on the details of the legs. And then on the right hand side there is a couple examples that talks a little bit about the different kinds of spontaneous style paintings. The author refers to one of the styles as elaborate spontaneous style and the other as bold spontaneous style. So here is an example of the bold spontaneous style with what they call sort of splashed ink, so done very quickly, very spontaneously. So here are some examples that are much more focused on the line work. So here we have the line work playing a much stronger role in the paintings. Couple sort of composed pieces of these sort of like tranquil horses, showing sort of the stillness and the nobility of the animal. And a couple more different poses. You can see that even within this artist's very distinct style, there's quite a lot of variation in the paintings that are offered here. So this is more of an idea of a working horse. And here is the Mongolian horse. And now we have a shift into a completely different style. This is the elaborate or gongbi or fine line style, where we have this very precise line work with these multiple stages of shading. This is typically, the style is done on sized paper, so the color can be applied and pulled across the paper with a clean, damp brush. And then we here see a colored example. So nice to see this style represented in these few pages here. So now we get into another section that is featuring finished compositions. So this is sort of the gallery or the inspiration section of the book. And we have this painting here on the left-hand side called Breaking the Horse. And then these two paintings featuring a white horse called Lonesome and Stay. On the left-hand side, the title of this is Rest, and on the right-hand side, it's Look. So Free Run here on the left-hand side featuring the white horse, and on the right-hand side we have this Galloping. This painting was the one that was featured in our most recent email. It was sent out on Monday. So we have Sudden Glance here. Very nice stylized background. In these few wash strokes, you can see a really nice suggestion of the impact that the animal is having on its environment as it gallops. Has a feeling of winter behind it. And then this one is featuring just the animal. It's called Prancing. On the left-hand side, we have Forward Running, and on the right-hand side, Gallantry. So another section here where we have pairs of horses. So on the left-hand side, on the top here is Together, and then the right-hand side is Spring Walk. And then Tenderness on the right-hand side, featuring this sort of mare and foal combination. And then Sweet Lead on the left, Spring Drizzle on the bottom part of the left here, and then this is a painting called Fight. On the left-hand side, on the top, it's night, and then the bottom, it's long march, and then on the right-hand side, we have friends. So this is our first example of horse with rider. So on the left-hand side, it's called horse appraisal, and on the right-hand side, it's called companion. So this section is a finished composition section that is focused on groups of horses. So the left-hand side, we have a painting called Competition, and on the right-hand side, we have a zoom in of this part of the painting here, done in larger detail, so you can see the stroke works more clearly. And then this painting is called Loitering in a Group. So that is it. So that is The Way to Paint Horses by Chen Yong-chiang. And so if you want more information about this book, or if you want to purchase it, there is a link in the description to our website, or you can just go directly to the website at www.orientalartsupply.com and search for The Way to Paint Horses. Please like and subscribe this video for more content like this, and as always, we wish you happy painting.